Welcome back to the channel, Mervania here, and welcome back to the Cliffside fishing village. Although, no fishing village. That is because this is where it all started. This is the blank seed. I still don't know who I got the seed from, I'm really sorry about that. But this is the blank seed, and this is how it all started. Welcome back to the channel, Mervania here, and welcome back to the actual Cliffside village. Behind me you can see a map, and this is our Cliffside village, all completed. Now, yes, there are a lot of dark oak forests out there, and just to show you, that is the extent of the dark oak forests. There's pretty much nothing else except birch forest on that side for hundreds of blocks. So, now we're at the Cliffside village. Down below us, I have made great improvements. I have put paths all the way around. I have some of my best attempts at custom trees. I've never tried them before and I'm trying them now, so this is what I class as a very small custom tree next to our stonemasons building. Now, this stonemasons building, it has its cart there with all the stone, and I'll show you where that comes from in a minute, but he has his grinder cutting, stone cutting machine, furnaces for turning cobblestone into stone, grinders for sharpening up all these tools. There's bits of stone everywhere, and his little house is up here. Oh, hello. Why are you not... You're stuck again, aren't you? Thank you. He is our stonemason, or he will be when he gets down to the stonemason's thing. So yes, this is our stonemason's house. It is pristine because he is a stonemason and he keeps it that way. As we go along, you'll come across more custom trees. So we've got all of this. This pathway goes all the way around. That is another one of my custom trees. Another very small custom tree. Those are two different kinds of trees. Don't ask me what trees they are. I'm just trying to make trees that look better than flat top dark oak trees. I wanted nice fluffy trees. Yeah, they're not the best trees you'll ever see, but they're trees. And then because this was such a precarious point in our landscape, I fenced it off, danger, and you'll notice that I have two horses hooked up to a cart that is carrying stone to the stonemason, and another cart ready to go. This is our stone mine. So that goes into a lush cave round there. So very simple. It's got mine carts in it for storing, furnace carts for pushing those carts along. No idea what the hopper carts are for, but it looked good, so I put it there. And then, if you follow the path around, you will notice that the dark oak trees are very, very sparse in this area. This is because this area is lived in, and the people were needing the wood for houses and various things. That is the last one of my custom trees, and it kind of looks... I don't know what it looks like, but it's colourful. It's the only tree that has a bit of flowering on it, so I need to practice at my trees. Then you have a toolsmith, armoursmith, and weaponsmith here. So he's got all his tools and things on display for sale to these guys, and anybody that happens to wander past. And he's got a little, it's a tiny little house upstairs, and he came up from work, he brought his work home, he finished his saddle, he's just forgot to take it down to the shop to have it sold. And you've seen these houses, but yeah, you can see that it's all coming together now. There's a little copse of birch and oak trees that are left there, and then everything else is custom trees. Other than that island, I wanted that left as dark oak because it shadows the workers, it shades the workers when they're working from the constant rain you get here. And then we are heading across this bridge. This is a little dock with a little mini boats. These are parked and ready to go. And we will go round here, follow it round, more custom trees. Actually no, we'll follow the path. And now it gets a bit heavier into the dark oak because this is a not, well, it looks like well travelled, but it's not so well travelled, because you only come round here if you want to get to the tavern. Now, the tavern has a life of its own. I put the armour statue mod in here, so it's a bit busy in here. So, we have the barman pouring a pint for somebody. We have the waiter taking food across to somebody, and we have the other waiter standing behind him going, "Oi mate, there's another plate." So yeah, there's things going on here. You've got XP Crafted coming down the stairs, and he is waving at Corrales, who is waving back. Hypnotised is having a conversation with Wells Knight. In this corner you have the Mischief Makers, Grian, B-Dubs, Scar and Mumbo, all drinking and having fun and probably talking about the latest pranks they've done on people. In this corner we have a story and a half to tell. It is the story of the Joel or Etho obsessed on the other. We have Cubfan sitting looking at Joel going, "Oh, it's that Etho obsessed Joel again." We have Doc looking at Etho. In the middle of a conversation, Etho's just turned and is watching Joel coming in, and Doc's like, "Dude, it's only Joel." And Etho's oblivious, and Joel's oblivious, because they are both obsessed with each other. Right, let's continue up the stairs. Oh, we have a Zedaf ready to turn in for the night after a good party, after a hard day's work, and he's ready to turn in for the night. We have, ooh, is that a Skizzle man waiting to turn in for the night? He's pushing the door open as he comes in, as you can see. And oh, there is one more room. There is one more room. Can't forget. It is good old Pearl, and she is looking longingly at her waffle with strawberries and cream, waiting to turn in and then sit and eat her waffle, strawberry and cream in bed in comfort. Now, there was no space to put any stairs in here, so the communal area has to be ladders, unfortunately. Huge health and safety risk, but never mind. We have, in the corner, we have Tinfoil Chef, who is people watching and relaxing after a hard day's mining in the stone mine, and he is eating a cookie. We have Iskal coming over to the table, being greeted and toasted by Wren Dog. We have Stress and Cleo here. Now, Stress is grabbing for the waffles and strawberry and cream, but so is Cleo. And Cleo's holding the bread out to Stress, and she's like, no, have the bread. It tastes lovely. It's much nicer than strawberries and cream and waffle. Because that's a Cleo thing to do. In this not corner, at this table we have Ijevin, and he is acknowledging, you can't really see him from over here, acknowledging Izuma. As Izuma joins the table, we have False waving at Joe Hills as he comes up the stairs. We have, in this corner, we wonder why Peril, Skiz and Zidaf went to bed early. I think it's because they overdid it a bit. Because we have Tango standing on a chair making some sort of speech and toasting everybody. And Impulse and Gem on the other side toasting him back. So yes, it's very crowded, but it is an old communal tavern, which they would be very crowded in the olden days, because that is the only source of social life you had, was the old tavern. So that is the tavern. Now, as you notice, the trees got a little bit thicker as you come round here, because nobody really does any work. They all know the route. It's been well travelled to the tavern. However, this next part is not so well travelled, so the trees get even thicker, and they're not cut back an awful lot, other than what the shipwright knocked down to make his house, which is a nice little house, quaint. And he's got his own food supply here, because he is actually a farmer. And that's a clue as to who is building the ships. One guess. Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? Put in the comments below who you think this is. Vintage beef. He's grabbing the diamond axe because the stone one's not doing the job. It's not cutting it. Get it? Cutting it? Never mind. He's grabbing the diamond axe to get the work done better. So, he is the one building the ships, or the boats. And this is his crane, lowering down the wood. And that's his, I don't know what this is called actually, but it's something in place that holds the boat in place while you build it. I think that's right. I'm not a shipwright by any means, so correct me if I'm wrong. So, once you've been here, now you would come round here from either the tavern side, so if you live on that side of the village, that part there, you probably come round to the shipbuilders from this direction. If you live in the actual Cliffside village area, you probably come along the docks and from this side, because it's a lot safer. There's only one little underpass that is quite dangerous. And this is it. And this takes you right back to the docks. But it is pretty sparse. I mean, I've put a couple of custom trees here instead of dark oak, just to open a little bit of space out, but it's still quite dense until you get to the dock area, where you have Impulse selling tools for your mending and repairing your boats and paddles. So you've got the axes for the wood, you've got the paddles, you've got buckets for leaky boats to help you get rid of the water. We have a whole story here. We have Jasassin coming along, just getting off the boat at the end. We have a warehouse worker and one of the guys from the boat trying to pick up the crayfish basket and take it to the warehouse. We've got somebody here picking up the jar of, I don't know, fish oil or something to take to the warehouse. We have one of the fishermen carrying a barrel up to the warehouse, and one of the warehouse workers. The warehouse workers wear orange, by the way. So he's coming down to give him a hand. We have another warehouse worker who is trying to look busy, but carrying possibly one of the smallest things to the warehouse you could possibly carry. He's the one that's brought all 4 of these in, while other people are struggling with the big jars and the big barrels. Yeah, he's that one worker that always likes to look busy, but is actually not doing much. We all know one of them. And in this stall we have Rendog selling all the fish. Nothing much has changed around this area. I've filled in some of the empty land space with more custom trees. I've bone mealed it with grass. Taken out a lot of the poppies and dandelions. I only like the odd one floating because too many of them is just, it doesn't look nice. And then I've got some people in the market stalls up here. So we have this guy, doesn't tend to sell much hay bales. So he spends most of his time just sitting reading books, and when he gets the odd sale he gets up and deals with it. We've got this guy telling you very formally that beetroot is good for you and you want to buy some. We've got this guy that is just it looks like he's wandering back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, selling the bread because this would be a busy stall. We have this dude selling potatoes, and that is the extent of our journey. We're back at the stonemasons. However, there are some water features I would like to show you, including, I love this. I absolutely love this. Now, I will be clear that I used World Edit for this, but I got a diagonal bolt. It didn't look like this when it rotated it. It was quite janky, but I managed to, she was a fixer-upper, and I managed to fix her up, and I love this bolt. A diagonal bolt. I never thought I would be able to do this, but yes, I did. So we have a cartographer over here. Well, he's not a cartographer. He's a fisherman, but he's getting ready to fish. We have Wells Night fishing. Over here we have Impulse fishing and a villager on the other side. Here we have Stress having it looks like she's having a whale of a time, and she's just going for it. She's going to flick that rod as far as she can to see if she can catch a fish. We have a fisherman here, and we have an actual villager here. This camp area is now populated with fishermen getting ready to do a night's worth of fishing. Aye, there are a couple more. I should have really put green on a fishing boat, but I didn't think of that at the time. So we've got 2 villagers fishing here. That guy is just watching him fish thinking, wish I could fish like that. And here you have Cleo. giving it a good go at the fishing, and Pearl, giving it a good go at the fishing. So, I am just going to switch this to daytime. And that is the Cliffside fishing village. Now, I am looking at creating a world download for this if anybody is interested, but it will take me some time because I am not technically minded. Actually find a nice place to stand. Let's actually stand on my diagonal boat. So, as you can see, that's the Cliffside village finished. What I am doing, just in case I can't download this as a map, is I've copied and pasted this as a schematic into a vanilla world without the armour stands and all the decorations, and I am working on that as a schematic, so you'll either get a world download or there will be a schematic available at some point. I will update you when that happens. But in the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this series. If you have, please like and subscribe. We need to push this algorithm to show my videos to other people, and keep your eyes out for my next video. In the meantime, I will thank you for watching and spending your time watching me build a world, and I will say cheerio for now. Bye.